rum explorers, I'm Nia, I'm a rum enthusiast, and it is rum time! So today we're exploring a very special bottle. It is Four Square Empery. This was released in December of 2018. So what is the hype behind this bottle? Let's be honest, if you are a rum enthusiast or lover, you definitely enjoy the Foursquare Distillery and their different collections. This one is the Exceptional Cask Selection. The reasonings why I think this is an important bottle to get for your collection is three reasons. One, the hype is about the limited release of these bottles. Literally, you're talking about maybe 1,200 bottles to 2,000 bottles in each collection. This one in particular is also only one of 3 rums that are aged in ex-sherry casks. So not only do you have the limited bottle release, but you also have the very unique flavorings of the sherry cask, which gives this very unique notes. And then the third reason is that this particular distillery makes these rums in a very unique fashion, which a lot of bourbon enthusiasts know the type of pot stills as thumpers. This distillery also uses this method, which also tends to be more expensive in order to do this, which is a very unique way of distilling any spirit. In this particular case, it's called a double retort method. So basically what that means is that it's processed once in the pot still, and then it's processed twice in a different pot still, to make it very, very simple. There's a lot of chemistry behind this, but let's go and jump right into this bottle. On a personal note, I did personally select this bottle for myself because I do enjoy sherry casks, so that would be my fourth reasoning why I chose to buy this bottle. So let's enjoy this one. Waiting for this pop. So this particular rum is a 10-year-old rum processed in a pot and column still, so it is a single blended rum. Then after 10 years, it is transferred over to ex oloroso sherry barrels. So this is a 14-year-old single blended rum. So based on my recent rum education, this rum can be classified in 4 different ways. So the first one we're going to talk about is the type. As far as type, this is considered an aged rum. The second classification is the Gargano. This is a single blended rum, and it is processed and distilled in a column and pot still. That is why it's a single blended rum. As far as the Royal Rum Society's classification, there's 3 different elements to the classification of rums in general. So this one in particular, on the scale from 1 to 9, I'm gonna give this a 7. It is on the sweeter side. The second category is bland to flavorful, and they give it a rating from an A to a G. A being bland, G being flavorful. This is a G, a very good G, because it is very, very flavorful. The third parameter within the Royal Rum Society's classification is smooth to harsh. They use low, medium, and high as far as the rating system. I give this a medium. It is a 53% ABV, but you do get a little bit of a hug, but I feel like it is perfect. It's a medium. So they also recommend leaving this, and I'm gonna calculate the time of how long I'm leaving this between my first sip that I just had and my second. So I'm gonna give it about 10 minutes and then come back to it. And then lastly, the last category is the Whiskey Exchange Flavor Camp. As far as this particular rum, I'm gonna give this a dry and spicy because it's basically rums that are affected by the cask that they're aged in. Now for the fun part, and this is the most personal part that we, and I specifically, wasn't aware. This is very personal to everybody's nose and palate. So this particular rum, because of the sherry cask that it was aged in, I do get the upfront sherry notes. As I've let it kind of sit here, I am getting a little bit of leather notes now. A little bit of oak on the nose. But again, this is all my personal interpretation of this rum. Your interpretation might be very different from this. And this is the beauty about rum. It's fun. Yeah, leather. There is a little bit of alcohol burn and a little bit of a hug, but there's this gorgeous lingering in the back of your tongue. But yes, definitely leather and sherry casks. And there's some sweetness there because of the sherry cask, and obviously this is a molasses distilled rum, but quite delicious. So based on these 4 different manners to classify rums, the Royal Rum Society's taste code, I would give this rum a 7 GM. A 7 because it's a little bit on the sweeter side for such an old rum. A G because it is quite flavorful. I believe in my experience with this rum that the different casks are giving it a lot of different character. And then this, as far as how smooth or harsh it is, I gave it a medium because it is a 56 alcohol by volume that is achieved because of that double retort, as I mentioned before. So it is a little bit on the medium side. Is it treasure chest approved? Sadly, I'm gonna say no. I do believe that this is definitely worth the $100 to $120 it is worth. It is definitely a collector's item, but as far as a treasure chest approved, no. And the reasonings behind that is I expected a little bit more sweetness considering they were sherry oak casks. And then I don't know, it's just very underwhelming compared to the 2009 that we tried with Scott. I'll put the card up above, make sure you check out that video. And I'm getting more of like a bourbon feel with this, which obviously I'm a rum enthusiast and lover, so I thought this was going to be more on the sweeter side. But if you've tried this, please make sure you leave a comment down below, hit that subscribe button so I can welcome you on board, and I look forward to the next rum.